Bilal Ashraf, a pleasure to be here with you in London. How are you?
I'm good. Very caught up in the promotions right now, but I'm so happy to be here.
There must be a sense of relief though now, because you had the premiere in Karachi 2 days ago, and then you had the London Gala screening last night, and everybody's full of praise for you, Bilal. Can I be really realistic with you? This must be a pleasant change.
It is, and one I've worked very hard for, and I've been waiting to read the kind of reviews the Superstar is getting and the acting is getting. So I'm extremely humbled and I'm grateful.
Your first film, Janan, was a box office hit. In fact, here in the UK, it did really well over here. But your performing and your acting has always come under some level of scrutiny. How much of that did you carry as a burden when you went into making Superstar?
I left it all behind because I felt that if I carry this forward, it will affect my performance. And I think what I did was, I mean, something which was extremely important at the Sham Bhai, he sat down with me, and the idea was to leave everything behind and start a fresh chapter, and that's exactly what I did with Superstar.
But putting the actor aside, everybody as individuals has some level of insecurities, and do you question how worthy you are to be part of a movie like this when you personally haven't received good reviews until this point?
No. I always felt that the director and the producer thought that I was a good fit, and that's why they approached me for the film. And I'd never even, I think there was only one picture I had with Mahira, which Hamza Ali Abbasi took at a cricket PSL event. We hadn't shared a frame. Momina, the producer, thought we would work together or look good together, and Ehtisham Bhai, I'd worked with him on Rangreza, but he had this weird kind of belief, in me, and well, here we are.
It is a really interesting rise to stardom that you've had, Bilal, and it's really interesting because in a lot of ways you had so many critics along the way that one questioned whether you would be able to get to this point at all. How do you keep yourself motivated during that journey?
There's two kinds of criticism, Haroon. There's always constructive criticism, and then there's outright negativity, which we are a part of on social media these days, because everyone is a critique, everyone is an expert, unfortunately. But you just have to shut that off and look at the positives. So, if for example, I'm sitting with you and, you see good in me, or you see good in any other actor or musician or cricketer or anyone, you will motivate them regardless. And that's exactly what constructive criticism is, from people who are out there to believe in you at some level, and you can always get a feel of that. And that's exactly what I worked on. I took on the positives and just try to work on everything else, and and negative, I'll tell you something about me, negativity drives me to work even harder. So for me, it's both positive and negative working together.
What were the challenges that you faced whilst making Superstar? Because this film was actually made in record time. You started shooting in January, I believe.
Yeah.
And here we are in August, and it's already on the big screen.
5th December, I remember the date when I started the first theatre lessons, because I was put in theatre by Momina and Sultan and Ehtisham sir. And me and Mara both, we played out Superstar theatrically before we even started shooting.
Oh, really?
It.
The whole film?
The whole film. All our scenes, at least. And
wow.
I did some of my other scenes as well, which was a great help for me, personally, on an acting or a performance point of view, working on the craft. And we haven't stopped since then. We haven't looked back since then. So yes, 5th December to January when we started shooting, and now till the release of the film, we've had absolutely no time off. The most challenging thing for me was the physical transformation, which is just probably like 1% of the film, but that was extremely challenging for me.
When you say it was challenging, you've always been slim. So getting into shape, how much more did that require physically from you? How long did that process take? And also, do you think it takes away from your acting? Because quite often, I'm going to talk about Bollywood for a second, but quite often actors who are in shape or actors who have a good physique are often seen to be using that as a tool to hide their acting flaws.
Well, for me, I thought it was something which will add a different dimension to Samir, and that's I think when you've seen Superstar, when you watch Superstar, it is that different dimension which you see, and then you see him evolve in his journey throughout the film. And I thought doing that would really, really help. It's like I said, it's a very small part, but I think at the end of the day, everything adds up. And it was extremely challenging, Haroon. I mean, I had a very clean diet. Myra used to make fun of me all the time, and every time I used to offer her food, she's like, no, I don't want to eat your boring food, boiled eggs and boiled chicken. And so I had to be extremely, extremely disciplined with my workout routines. I think one of the most important things in a body transformation is, and doing it naturally, I did it naturally. I did not even have protein shakes because
Really?
I'm protein, I have IBS.
Right.
So I couldn't even take protein shakes. So literally like I was living off boiled chicken and boiled eggs. And I feel that everybody out there who's doing it should do it naturally because that's long lasting. But it takes a toll on you. And the word mind over matter is what I really understood when I went through this transformation, physical transformation, which also transformed me mentally. It gives you clarity. It changes you.
You know, like I said, when I was watching Superstar, I saw a visible change in your acting style and the range of emotions that you were able to express quite effortlessly on screen. Did you notice that change either whilst making the film or when you watched it for the first time?
To be very honest, you're so involved in the project that you can't tell. I mean,
because what I mean is the criticism that you faced for Janan and Rangreza, although I think it was more for Rangreza, you were called wooden, was
right.
the criticism that kept popping up again and again. Are you able to identify that criticism when you're watching Rangreza, and are you able to see why people are praising your performance in this film?
I think yes, there's certain things which I did work on because I also took classes here in London.
Right.
When I was here, when I took some time off after Rangreza. Although the kind of acting style followed here is very different, and the kind of techniques are different compared to how we work. Just the way we work in Pakistan is different. So obviously, yes, I knew certain things which I had to work on, and I did work on those. But apart from that, I guess, yes, I had my co-stars telling me, my director telling me that, you know, you're doing a good job and this is an improvement and that's an improvement. But I feel when you're in a project, you can't tell. But like I said, I've given Superstar everything, and I'm glad people are seeing the difference and they're liking it. And I would continue to, you know, want to improve on my skill and make it even better and better.
Our last interview together was in December 2017, just a couple of weeks before Rangreza released.
Yes.
And I remember you being very adamant that you only wanted to do films.
Right.
Everybody was coming to you with drama offers, but you only wanted to do films because you wanted people to accept you as a movie hero rather
right.
than as a TV actor. And you were very clear that there is a distinction between the two. Do you feel like that gamble has paid off? Because television is a far more lucrative market in Pakistan right now than even film is.
Well, Haroon, the main look, I have nothing against television. I think it is the most powerful medium here in Pakistan, especially, and now even across the globe with the series coming up and everything. So I do feel that I'm, you know, one of the major reasons, and you learn a lot in television. One of the major reasons why I didn't do it is because I felt. Were a couple of things. I felt, you need to have an aptitude for it, you know, because here in a film you shoot two to three scenes every day, whereas, you know, television you're going to 15, 18 scenes a day, and I think there is a certain aptitude required for the demanding work. And apart from that, you know, every time I travel, because I feel I am one of the few who's just done film in Pakistan, and if I come to the UK or go to Dubai or anywhere else in the world. And when people from across the border or from all, you know, anywhere else come and take pictures with me, it's not Bilal Ashraf they're taking pictures with. It's I'm representing what? Pakistan cinema. So I feel proud. I feel happy that, okay, you know, they are recognizing Pakistan cinema. It's breaking boundaries. It's reaching out to more people. However, if I get an incredible script with an incredible team, we never know.
Well, I'm glad you're certainly open to the idea, but I think that your gamble, personally, I think your gamble has paid off, because when I see you in Superstar, I see a movie star. And Myra is already a superstar,
No doubt.
but alongside her, I see somebody who's credible of being there on screen. And I think that was the worry before Superstar release was, is Bilal going to be good enough to be on screen with Myra? You didn't have any of those apprehensions yourself?
No, like I said, I left everything behind. And I think a lot of credit also goes to Myra, because she made me feel very comfortable. Not even for a second I thought, oh, you know, I mean, she is our superstar, but I never ever felt, you know, uncomfortable. She brought this amazing positive attitude on set. You know, at times sacrificed her own scenes, just, you know, sitting with the director. I think she was sitting on a particular edit, and she didn't tell me, but I heard that, you know, she was like, no, but this scene needs to go to Bilal. And just generally, she takes pride in all her co-actors.
Yeah.
And I think that is brilliant. And if your co-actor can offer that, you will shine. I think, because what is acting? It is action reaction. It is you acting with people around you. And I think I've been very fortunate in Superstar, because I mean, legendary Nadeem Beg Saab, Javed Sheikh, Marina Khan, there's Ali Kazmi. There's such phenomenal actors, and they were all brilliant. And I just felt so comfortable.
Bilal, what's next for you now? Because now you have reached a new level of your career. I certainly feel so with Superstar.
Wow.
You've entered a new bracket, certainly. What is next for you? Have you decided?
I've been working on a script, which is like an action comedy for the last year and a half. I think the first thing I'm going to do is take a break, because
Okay.
I think I'm exhausted. The last 8 months.
You're going to eat some good food?
I'm going to eat some steaks and burgers, eat some good food.
Do you feel guilty when you eat those foods now?
I do feel,
Yes.
you know, I do. But you know, the thing is, I know because I've been through this transformation.
Yeah.
I know exactly how much time I need to bring my body back into
Right.
a certain shape, and I will keep it around a certain, you know, fat percentage if I'm to be more technical. However, yes, I'm going to just take some time off, hang out with my friends, travel, eat some good food, and I think I'm also going to wait and see what happens and let things flow naturally.
Okay, but you do have an action comedy script that's ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so that might be the one next?
Let's see.
Okay, Bilal, a pleasure as always. Thank you so much.
Likewise, Haroon. Thank you so much.
Asian Network.